Hello, everyone. Welcome to my bold and the beautiful news channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Before we dive into today's content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and show some love by giving this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers recap for Friday, October 11, uncovers that Trust Logan saw Carter Walton in the entryway and immediately pulled away from Liam Spencer's hug. Carter was upset for intruding on a confidential second, yet Liam said he would simply let Trust know how he felt and how he'd constantly feel. Then Spencer came running in with a lemon bar and imparted one more charming scene to her folks, so Carter by and by felt like he was encroaching. Nonetheless, Liam immediately left with Beth, since she was made a beeline for a sleepover. When Trust was distant from everyone else with Carter, she was sorry for what he saw and said Liam surprised her. Carter guaranteed Trust that there was no requirement for the expression of remorse and perceived the reason why Liam would battle for her. Trust thought about her muddled marriage and didn't have any idea what Liam was thinking. However, Carter said it was clear Liam needed her back. Carter couldn't fault Liam since he wouldn't abandon Trust, all things considered. Trust must be sure of how she felt today at this time, and she added that she was almost certain Carter could get a decent handle on that. In spite of the fact that Trust would continuously appreciate Liam, she said they weren't together for some reasons. Presently, one of those reasons was Carter, since Trust had been pondering the kiss they shared. Carter conceded he'd been contemplating that as well and said Trust was so particularly gorgeous as the second turned more close. When Carter said he could gaze into those dazzling, deep eyes the entire evening, Trust grinned and partook in one more energetic kiss with him. Next on Friday's B&B episode, Brooke Logan got back to the Forrester Chateau and stayed with Eric Forrester while Donna Logan was out. Brooke whined about Edge Forrester being occupied with Taylor Hayes and stressed over the explanation. Eric inquired as to whether Brooke suspected Taylor was attempting to move her direction into Edge's heart, so Brooke thought about how conceivable it is since it had occurred previously. Eric guaranteed Brooke that she was Edge's present and future, yet she actually needed to stay watchful. Brooke had been obliging and offered elbow room when it came to Edge's distant from everyone else time with Taylor. However, this evening, she intended to pay them a little visit at the Precipice house. At Steffi Forrester's place, Edge conceded he'd called a healer named Chandra, who managed generally in Cacras. Taylor had serious misgivings subsequent to getting reports on the news, yet she consented to attempt and met Chandra once Edge let her in. Chandra could tell from Edge's energy exactly the amount he adored and thought often about Taylor. After Chandra made sense of the idea of Cacras and how they could become impeded, she played out accustomed to assist with taking congruity back to Taylor's whole framework. Chandra said they would utilize yoga procedures alongside contemplation and breathwork. Since it was completely considered common to have a significant profound delivery in this present circumstance, Chandra arranged Taylor for that chance. Taylor and Edge sat on the floor together as Chandra directed them through the interaction. Chandra requested that Edge and Taylor open themselves up totally to the universe and to one another. Chandra additionally proposed Taylor and Edge ought to allow the delightful recollections to stream like delicate waves and continue to gaze into one another's eyes. At Chandra's asking, Taylor grasped Edge's hand and put it on her heart. In the meantime, Brooke showed up at the Precipice house and spied from the windows, so she surely didn't look cheerful about Taylor getting so near Edge. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Brooke will push for a clarification soon, so we'll welcome you more expectations on all the show. The bold and the beautiful spoilers recap for Thursday, October 10, uncovers that Brooke Logan heard Steffi Forrester encouraging Edge Forrester to give her mom additional affection, so Brooke hindered and inquired as to whether everything was okay with Taylor Hayes. After Taylor called Edge and inquired as to whether he could come to the precipitous house. He took off in a rush. That irritated Brooke, who additionally reminded Steffi that she was the lady in Edge's life and that their relationship merited regard. Steffi guaranteed Brooke that she wasn't attempting to unite her folks. Brooke countered that regardless of whether Steffi was doing it deliberately, it seemed like she was attempting to subvert her relationship with Edge. Brooke likewise thought an old example was back and recommended that Taylor was setting aside reasons to enjoy opportunity with her ex. Steffi took a few pokes about Brooke not regarding Taylor's sentiment with Edge previously and insinuated trust Logan kissing John Finnegan as of late as well. When Brooke minimized that as trust error, Steffi proposed trust required another person in her life as an interruption. Brooke proposed perhaps trust could rejoin with Liam Spencer right as Carter Walton strolled in and caught wind of. Steffi felt it was best for Desire to track down a renewed person, so Carter concurred it'd be really great for her to leave the stuff previously. In any case, Carter avoided Steffi's inquiries regarding whether Trust had trusted in him and taken off. In the lobby on Thursday's B&B episode, Carter looked contemplative since he was plainly pondering the chance of a Liam and Trust gathering. Liam had that at the forefront of his thoughts also during his contribute to Trust the Plan office. After Liam proposed they might have surrendered too early, he tested Trust about whether she had another person in her life. Liam ultimately exclaimed that he missed Trust and considered what it would have been similar to assuming they remained together. After Liam inquired as to whether Trust could at any point attempt once more, he said they could begin with family and construct something wonderful from that point. Liam knew Beth Spencer would be excited assuming they rejoined, yet he demanded it was about more than that. Presently, Liam comprehended the amount Trust experienced because of his partitioned heart, so expectation said thanks to him for that affirmation. All things considered, Trust let Liam know that they had continued on and battled with the possibility of returning to the past. Liam said it was all right and perceived that perhaps he was asking excessively, yet he simply needed to tell Trust how he felt. Since Liam moved this out into the open, he said they were great and gave Trust an embrace. Trust was crying in Liam's arms when Carter strolled in, so he appeared to be agitated at seeing their profound hug. At the precipitous house, Edge said he arrived as quick as possible and inquired as to whether Taylor was having more side effects. Taylor demanded she was simply struggling with tolerating her new analysis, yet Edge gave her another motivational speech. Edge additionally figured Taylor ought to tell Steffi and Thomas Forrester what was happening, yet she remained solidly against the thought. Taylor cautioned Edge not to tell Brooke either, so he guaranteed her that he wouldn't. Edge got refreshes on the prescriptions that Dr. Beauty Buckingham suggested and learned it was a cat and mouse game to check whether Taylor's condition would get to the next level. By the by, Edge figured they ought to dig further to sort out why this occurred so it didn't repeat. Since Edge had settled on some telephone decisions, he recommended he might have found somebody who could assist with recuperating Taylor's messed up heart. Taylor wouldn't call herself discouraged, yet she was unable to deny the aggravation that she'd been hefting around for a really long time. Though Forrester was gone while Steffi and Thomas had lives of their own, so Taylor said here and there she didn't have any idea where she should have been. Edge said that was simple since Taylor had a place not too far off and pulled her nearby for an embrace. Our B&B expectations highlight Taylor and Edge reviving their relationship eventually, so Brooke would do well to get ready for some grievousness of her own. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Taylor's well-being word will likewise get out eventually in the approaching episodes, so remain tuned. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates.